All right, year 12. How are you? First of all, that's the most important thing, really. But this is just your live stream, just to sort of remind you. I know you know this already. You cannot afford a gap here. You cannot afford a gap in your knowledge due to this school closure. So I really just want to check in. You know the importance of that, the importance of doing the work that your teacher is setting you, and that's a really important thing. It can be tempting just to go off on one and do your own thing and think, oh, this is a great opportunity for me to sit and do my notes. That's wonderful, okay, but you'd have been doing that anyway. So make sure you're completing the work your teacher is setting you, because you cannot afford to look back on this period of time and think, I've got a big gap in my knowledge there because I didn't do the work that I was set um, during that school closure. So make sure you keep up. There won't be time to go over everything that you're going to do, that your teacher is going to set you, or that you would have been doing in school. There won't be time to go back over that. So that being said, it's a little bit different to school. So you're going to have to get used to learning in a different way. And I put out a video this other day, how do you learn from videos? And I suggest you check that out. It's really important. The biggest thing is you don't watch a video like you're watching TV. You study a video. Yeah, an educational video, you have to study it. Now that's a hard thing to get your head around, as I say, but it means like treat it like a textbook. It's just a source of information. How would you study a textbook? Well, you read it, you make notes as you go in, you answer questions, you check your knowledge, you reread bits that you weren't sure about. You've got to do all that with videos as well. You've got to rewind if you're not sure about something. You've got to check over. You've got to make sure that you aren't just passively watching it. You cannot afford to have a gap. You cannot afford to have a gap in your learning because of this. And if you just sit and kind of passively watch YouTube videos that your teachers are setting you, like you're watching TV, it won't all go in. So you have to think about how you're going to study that video. Okay, that's my kind of chat about that. The other thing I just want to know, let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat, how are you? How are you finding this? How are you finding working in this different way? What types of work are your teachers setting you? What do you like? What do you dislike? I could use the feedback myself. What I'm doing at the minute, apart from keeping up with my classes on MS Teams and email and keeping up with my team, all the teachers delivering science lessons are now online. I'm making some YouTube videos myself. I've got the webcam. I'm doing some kind of bits to a camera with PowerPoint slides. Got my better camera here set up. I've been doing some demonstrations as well with a slinky in the backyard. So some wave videos coming for you in the near future. But my biggest bit of advice is kind of wait for those videos, rather than sort of okay, I'll rewind that a little bit. What I meant to say is like, I will do some live streams, on some specific topics. If you've got any requests, then I will do some live streams. I would normally start doing live streams around this time of year to start building people up into exams. And I kind of do live streams when I want to go over a lot of material quite quickly, and they become really quite popular videos. But obviously with people not going to do the exams this year, then I'm not going to do full kind of run through live streams. I'm making sort of more dedicated teaching videos for my classes and for you guys. So if you'd like me to do a live stream on anything in particular, then do request it. Or if you just want a video on anything particular, anything you're not getting, then request that as well. Okay, that's that bit. But for live streams, A-Level Physics Online is doing a live stream every single day. That's Lewis Matheson, Lord Lego himself. So do check into those. You basically log onto the website and you download the worksheet that he's going to use in the live stream, and then he goes through the worksheet and checks you understand it in the live stream. So I think it's a fantastic way to learn. But most importantly, kids, do the work that's been set by your teachers, because they need to know you've covered certain material and you can't afford to have a gap later. Some other tips: working from home, make sure that you've got yourself a quiet space to learn. You're not perhaps all going to have a study like me, but in your bedroom, you can make sure it's quiet. You've got a nice space to work, or if that's has to be in the kitchen or it has to be in the living room, then try and eliminate distractions. You cannot like study with a video on. You can't watch a movie and do your work at the same time. It doesn't work like that. Keep to kind of school day routines. Get up in the morning, work early in the morning. That will help you. It will help it feel a bit normal as well. It will help you. What else am I going to say? Just a couple of things. If you like listening to music as you go, then listen to instrumental music rather than music with lyrics, because you kind of can't help but sing along unless your brain using the kind of language centers rather than for absorbing information. It's going to use it for listening to the lyrics. So don't listen to music with lyrics. If you want to listen to music without, great, then do that. And find ways to switch off. So Sometimes we're all communicating in our team by Microsoft Teams, and it keeps bonging up every now and then. So what I do if I want to focus on something for an hour is I just kind of close off the email, close off the Teams. I put my phone to one side, and I've been using this Forest app. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's basically a study focus app, and you plant a tree and you tell it how long you want to focus for, and if you pick up your phone during that time, it tells you put it down, put it down. If you try and look at your notifications, it vibrates at you until you go back to the app, and it helps you to focus. So you do need to find ways just to really focus in and not be distracted by things. Okay, well, do let me know if you have got any requests. Thanks very much. Somebody asked for some helpful websites. Well, there's loads out there that are really helpful. I would suggest A-Level Physics Online is the place to go for a lot of things. There's loads of other ones. Bite Size has A-Level now as well. Seneca is excellent and free, and that's got A-Level. There's loads of different choices out there for A-Level now, but I would look at the ones that your school is using, and I would do the work that your school is setting. I think that's the main thing. You can't afford a gap. Your teacher is going to keep setting you work such that you can cover things in time for your year 13, where things are going to be back to normal and you are going to be sitting those exams. You can't afford to think, oh, that was the bit that I studied in, or I didn't really study very well in the end of year 12 where all the school was closed. You cannot afford that gap. Okay, so over to you for the responsibility for that, I'm afraid. Let me know if you've got any questions, anything, any ideas about how are you going to actually achieve that and make sure you don't get a gap. Let me know if you've got any requests for live streams or videos, any particular topics that you're not getting and you're not finding enough information for. I will put them to the top of my priority pile. All right, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. I hope all's well at home. It's a bit of a weird one we're in right now, but try and find the positives in it. Try and find some opportunities to get in touch with your hobbies as well as doing that learning, and try and get into a kind of method of working through work steadily and focusing on the work, because you can't afford a gap when it comes to your A levels. All right, thanks so much.